Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Before the video gets started, I want to thank you guys for clicking on the video and supporting this channel. We truly appreciate it. And we've been busy here. We've been real busy. I'll show you here in a little bit. So, as I said, we've been busy. We've got our bend pad foundation, dirt work, not foundation. She's prepped and ready for the concrete guys here, hopefully next week. So the last time that you've seen this, we were about 2 feet below ground level, ground zero. Yesterday it was like 20 to 30 mile per hour winds. We did not film it because I think you got the gist of how we do it, round and around and around and around and pack and go around. But basically, this finished foundation is going to be 1 foot lower than that finished foundation just due to the way the grade slopes off here. So we got this set up, and I believe at the diameter that they want it to be. So they are going to come, they're going to dig maybe some of this back out so that they can get their footing poured, and then their wall, and then they'll pour the top pad. But this has really turned out nice. The way it started to the way it's ending, it's beautiful. I'm very satisfied. So today's project, we need to reroute our driveway because our driveway used to come right through here. Well, it's a highly used driveway. So we're digging off the black dirt. I brought the payloader down to the pit this morning. I just got back. Johnny and Jordan are going to be hauling the pit run in. We're going to start putting pit run in, pack it in, and then get class 5 over it. But I want to show you the pile, how close this came to the last pit run that we brought in here. So for like 2 weeks before we even started digging the hole or doing anything, we started hauling in and stockpiling pit run gravel. This pile was, I believe, like 6 or 7 rings high when you stood on top of it to that grain bend, and it was this whole area, and this is all we had left. Can't believe it. There's maybe a truck and a half, 2 truckloads here, I would say. That was pretty good guesstimation on our part, or I'll say it was pure luck. Normally we try not to get too much. We're obviously short because we got to build a driveway, but we didn't want a ton of extra. So the new driveway is basically just going to reroute around the grain bend and then a little bit angle that way so we can actually come out and make a decent corner there for land roller, trucks, whatever, everything. So we decided not to stockpile the black dirt. We're just pushing it to the east here. It is topsoil. It'll be fine once these compaction breaks up over winter. Is your unit not big enough?
Just waiting for instructions.
You're waiting for a load of gravel to come in.
I didn't know if we wanted to scrape all the black dirt clumps out of there and have to start with a smooth foundation, but I had no answers. So just waiting.
Yeah, well, this will turn out nice. I like this.
It's going to be a thin little driveway.
Yeah, Doug was just scared to go big with the driveway. Wider! Go wider!
From that mound, how far out is concrete going to be? Maybe a foot further?
Yeah. It's
The
definitely...
hand roller ain't going to fit through there.
No, it's definitely got to be another 10 feet wider, I would say. Looking at that, I don't like big equipment close to expensive objects that could get damaged.
No.
Oh, we got some fans coming up the driveway. Cameras are out. Here goes a half hour.
How come they didn't come say hi?
They were so close. They were very close. They actually were respectful of our time. which I appreciate. Thank you. That couldn't have worked out better. That's a nice black cloud too. Beautiful truck. I love that truck. So, unfortunately, this hole that used to be class 5, this whole pad was, but we didn't want to dump it in the mud and rain and all of that. So we dumped it on our class 5 parking lot here. So now we got a bunch of big rocks. Thinking I'm gonna get the 7330 hooked up to the Johnson box scraper, the big scraper, because my little box scraper is not heavy enough to actually cut down in or drove into the ground, and we're gonna have to scrape this all probably down into the new driveway, get that down in the bottom. Then we'll have to maybe take that class 5 pile and spread over this whole area again. Well, and just like that, we're hooked up. Amazing how quick a video makes the day seem. So obviously you can see the length of this unit. The only thing that maybe would have made this work in the hole, granted the tractor's just too big, I need my turning radius, is that you can rear steer this. That would have been very handy. Look at that, I can steer it that way, left. That would have been really handy in that small radius hole. The professional operator of this machine is done digging off the black dirt. Suppose you're gonna take this job from me too, huh?
Absolutely. I think we should put the duals on.
Yeah? You might need the traction when you bite her in. Oh, I gotta get her out of the way. Truck coming. So I would imagine he's gonna scrape this whole area, try to get some of the bigger rocks, level it off, because the digging out of the pile, it's hard to tell where the pile started and stopped, so it's pretty uneven. And I imagine he's just gonna drag it right down in here. That's a little better. He widened it out. Now we'll have a little more room here. You can tell by how it peels off that it's extremely compacted. Well, we just got done eating and discussing here what we want. They're both loaded. One's got class 5. Kenny's got class 5. Big Black's gonna be coming through this area here with some more pit run. But it's taking shape, isn't it?
It's looking a lot better.
Taking bets on if he gets stuck on the new road. You packed it good, right?
I only did it twice.
We're good. I thought he was gonna get stuck, to be totally honest. Oh, here comes Kenny. He didn't like his runway.
This thing don't have enough clearance.
Why? Why?
Bottom is dragging. Gotta get a lift on it.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Get some big, what, 30-inch tires on it?
30-inch. 20 semi-tires may as well.
Yeah. Aluminum ones. How come that door is open again?
Because we're working on getting my trailer loaded up, and Randy's working on getting different chemicals off of the other trailer. It's a work in progress. What's up?
I should have a water, but
Oh, hang on here.
I don't have it. Hey, look at there.
When you look at that, you can get that in the link in the description, and there's a discount code. Now I'm bleeding because I just cut myself on the box.
I usually don't drink much water, but when I do, I drink Northern Chill.
Is that a dad joke? So we've been working on getting this thing switched to a different chemical. Well, not really switched because we don't know what we'll be spraying next or needing it for, but we drained all the chemicals out of that and out of another, well, 2 other storage tanks. And then look at this, the big Swede. He cares about me. This is how you can tell. Or maybe he was sick of it breaking because he had that break on him. And if you didn't see one of the last videos when I was spraying with him and the handle broke off and I slid across the ground, he's reinforced it to rebar. No more plastic junk. New day, new project. Black beans second pass on the first field planted. If you followed that. Second spraying pass for weeds on the first field planted. That's me and Brody's job this morning before it gets windy. And then I think we have to go spray some PP acres for preventative planted acres. So unplanted field. We have 2 of them, one 30-acre field and then one 80-acre field, unfortunately, but they're still so wet that should be exciting for the operator. The one 30-acre field, we did get a cover crop. We dug it and put a cover crop on it. But I'm filling up and we're gonna get after it. Well, it happened again. I just about overflowed my chemical inductor. So what I do is I put my dry AMS in this, well, whichever compartment. And then I open up the valve from the tanks and I gravity flow water into it. And I normally do it at a slow rate of speed. Slow enough that put your AMS in there, let it flow in, start mixing other stuff, getting stuff in here. Pretty soon you look over, ah! Yeah. It's a good thing I don't have to move and he's coming to me because that wouldn't be good. Nonetheless, we loaded them up once. Second batch mixed up. This second pass on black beans mix is Safe and Star, which is Flex Star, and that's about clethodum for volunteer corn and grass. But this is the black bean field, a little thin here on the headland, but that's compaction zone. Let's get out in the main rows and let's look at these little guys. So I'm just checking them out, seeing how they look and seeing what we got for weed pressure here. The calendar says it's time to spray these again. It's been about 2 weeks. It's kind of what Bassagran and Raptor and just don't do much. So you got to get back on them pretty quick. But there's a little water hemp, as you can see. He'll be, well, this one's dead, but this is when I want to get him nice and small. Here's that one there, yep. It's definitely time to be out here. With this older chemistry, you definitely want to be early instead of late. But they're looking good. Getting to be looking a lot, all the crops are starting to look a lot more healthy, which is amazing, but that's what happens when it doesn't rain, for a week and a half. Actually, lets the roots do what the roots are supposed to do. Yeah, it's definitely time. There's one bigger than a pop can. Be trouble trying to kill that sized ones. Look at me out here hand pulling them. Want to make sure you get the root or they'll come back. This stuff is, I don't know what this is. It's some sort of swamp weed. And it has no leaves and it's seeming to be nearly impossible to kill. It's kind of hairy here in this low spot. But now with improved drainage, that stuff needs high moisture to survive. So hopefully, not with a tile here, that's taken care of. And it's running. That's just how wet the ground is. It's seep line's doing work. Obviously you can see around the inlet where tillage doesn't get, you can't till over your inlet here. Heavy grass pressure. There's the Bassagran doing its thing, burning the leaves off, and then it takes off again. Take care of you. This grass though, it's definitely trying to die. Its root zone has been damaged. Sucking her down. Did you have trouble? Trouble?
Hit a tree. It hit a tree. Branch.
Nozzle body down.
Back there.
Your rear end.
My rear end.
Nice. Yeah, when I seen Eric drive by, I'm like, what's he doing? And then he went up there and I'm like, that ain't a good sign.
I'm lucky you got the barn.
Yeah. He never even called me. I couldn't move because I overfilled my AMS again.
Yeah, I couldn't move either. I was cold. My hands were kind of wet. Cold.
That's what this is for, Brody. You notice they got training wheels on there? Those just got added like 2 nights ago. They said it's gotta have training wheels, so we got training wheels. Listen to him grabbing gears. He's going down there because trying to follow the same spray as like the same way he sprayed it as the first time. And now we're doing 20 gallon per acre work. Watch your head. And we're mixing 48 acre batches. So that's a lot of loads for this 200 acres. I'm gonna remember this time. So I always do that, flow it back in. Then I start dumping my AMS and then forget to close the valve. I'm not gonna do that this time. Oh. I closed it. It's not gonna overflow this time on me. Okay. I think we're prepared for him. The same guy that sent me this thing, which removes the seals, which is honestly so simple but so amazing. Sent me these gloves that match my trailer. Isn't that cool? Well, I'm back to the farm, checking on Dad and Johnny. Been working on getting class 5. They got that all covered up. Looks like Dad used the big blade there and leveled off the big chunks of gumbo, compacted gumbo. And I think that this is gonna be it for completing the driveway until they're done doing their dirt work. Dad had a good point. Why bring class 5 in here when they're gonna be excavating and backfilling and all of that? So they'll just contaminate the expensive gravel, if you want to call it that. So there's our driveway for now. Well, we're gonna try to park all tractors inside for the long 4th of July weekend so they don't sit in the sun. And I believe on the 4th of July it looks like we get 1.25 inches of rain, so they're forecasting. And we don't want stuff sitting out in the muddy field, so nonetheless it needs to be moved out of here. And he's gonna drive it around a little bit here, try to get the mud that is on the tires off of it. But I am very happy. The dump cart hitch held in through the project. Lots of big loads, many loads. So I think we might have fixed that problem. It proved itself. My trust is starting to come back to it. Well guys, I think that's gonna be a wrap on today and the week. We're looking forward to the 4th of July weekend, long weekend. The guys need it, we all need it, need a break. And we're caught up, feeling in a good position on spraying and the Bend project. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know it's a late 4th of July to you guys, but have a good one, or hope you had a good one. How's that for you? Hope you had a good one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.